Morning park runners. This morning we're in County Durham, the land of the Prince Bishops. We're actually stopping in Barnard Castle, which may give you a clue to the park run that I'm doing. It's spelt a strange way, but it's actually domain or domains. The Demesnes is how it's pronounced, and we're just going to walk there now from the centre of the town. Probably a 10-minute walk, that's all, if that. And I should say as well, I think the word domain, it means it's land attached to a manor and retained by the owner. I think that's what it means, and that's where it comes from. So it's spelt like Demesnes or something, but the pronunciation is domain. So we'll just walk through the town, short walk, and catch up when we get there. So this is the centre of the town here on this road, and you can see there's plenty of cars here, but there are plenty of parking spaces. And it's either free or these are just disabled badge holders, or there's a time limit, but plenty of time to do park run. As I've walked through town, you can see there's more parking here. There's a Buttercross down here, and it says waiting's limited to 2 hours, which I think for most people, if not everyone, is plenty of time to park up, get to park run and do the park run. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 AM to 6 PM, 2 hours, no return before 6 PM. And no waiting on the dual yellow lines. That's on Saturdays. It's the Buttercross, built in 1747, and to get to park run from this Buttercross, that's downhill that way. I'm just going to take this road this direction. It's just along here, and then you just go to the right and can't really miss it. And this is a field where the park run is.
Right, who is in there?
The park run starts. We're at the Demesnes parkrun this morning, event 5, and it's the 15th of November 2025. The first event was the 11th of October this year, and they had 153 finishers. The average 184. Last week 163. Let's see in this rain that's coming down now how it will affect the figures today. And the average time is 31:22. Record attendance is 213. That was event 3 on the 25th of October 2025, and the lowest is 163, which was not last week, sorry, on event 1, sorry, the 11th of October. They had 163 last week. I may have got those figures mixed up. It may have been 153 actually on the 11th of October. Male record 1711, female record 2027. For me, it's my 408th park run and 252nd location. It says there's no toilets at the park run, and the Café, they go to Witham in town. You can see the volunteers behind me here. They've all come out on a wet day, which is really good. And the first ones were probably doing a course inspection at 7:30, 7:45. So they've been outside in this cold and wet weather for quite a long time. Fairly new park run, event 5 today, so they're still looking for extra volunteers. And if you come in here, you can volunteer. I'm going to run and barcode scan again today. And I'd also said I'd help with the event closed down as well, because they needed someone for that. We were actually here early with some others, and we helped with the setup as well. Just little bits of just carrying equipment, that's all. So the course is nearly 3 laps. The start is in the direction where the camera's facing, and you run up this way through this field and then a loop round this field, and on the 3rd lap you can see there's a finish there. And as it's raining, everybody is sheltering under the trees.
If you have any questions about any aspect of parkrun, please feel free to ask me or any of the volunteers who are wearing our lovely high-vis wear, or even fellow parkrunners, usually lots of experienced people here. So a little bit about parkrun. It is not a race. You don't have to run if you don't want to. You can walk, you can jog, you can crawl, whatever you want to do. And you can also volunteer or spectate. You won't ever be last, thanks to our volunteer tail walker. before, is what I'm trying to say. We have made a couple of changes this week, so here's a. We've already welcomed our first timers. Have you got any visitors? It's all off-road, so do please watch out for natural hazards. Rabbit holes, we haven't got any sheep today, there is a badger there, and it is a bit slippery, as you know.
We just walk into the start. We had the first timers welcome and our debriefing just about 50 metres away, where we could all overlook the valley and the River Tees. Spectacular views, even on a day like today. Course is all grass, definitely a day for trail shoes today. I've got some called the mud claws on. They're almost like football boots on the bottom really, but they do offer awesome grip. So it's just making sure it's not quite 9 o'clock, I don't think. Hopefully we will be off any second. This course is all on grass as well, and yesterday's inspection showed it was muddy. At the moment it seems to have just about stopped raining. I think we just expect a drizzle at the worst. So well, we're off. On this bit we're going to go along here from this field through a gate into another field. It's actually not quite 3 laps the full course. Starting to get a bit wet and muddy just here through this gate. Next time round they'll put some cones across there, because we come back just to the, if you look to the right, we come back along that path. Plenty of mud here. You can see the air trying to jump over it rather than just run through the middle of it. This bit's fairly flat just here as well. There's certainly plenty of undulation on this course. Today I think in this weather, just to have a steady run round today, just enjoy it today. And as we go around this corner here, there's just the slightest incline, not too much at all. We're going to go up just here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Then once we get here, we're just sort of at the highest point. This is flat again now. It's quite hard to run on here. It's a bit of a camber. So sort of it's one where you need a longer left leg than your right leg. My trainers are doing fine, nice and grippy on conditions like this. I certainly think trail at best. I don't think you could have run it with road shoes very well today. Parts where it would have been far too slippy. Just looking around there, I think someone slipped over in the mud just behind me. They seem to have got up from everyone's reaction, or nearly went flying maybe. Just have to watch for the finish, someone coming through covered in mud. So again, this is fairly flat now, but just a bit of a, it's uneven to run on. Little lumps and bumps, rabbit holes. As we go around this corner, we're going to start to go down. There was just a bit just there, there's a big bump just there, or lump. As we go around this corner of this field now, it's just a little flat bit just here, and then we will start to go down to the lowest point on the course. We'll put plenty of cones out to it.
Thank you.
Warners of obstacles, plenty of marshals on the course today just to make sure we don't go wrong anywhere. So now we're going down. Starts a little bit steeper just here. You can see the bottom of the field already. It's a long way down. It's actually quite nice to run on this. Almost it's like a flat path that's been prepared almost. It's not muddy at all on this bit. $500 shirt in front. I'm a couple of years away from getting to 500 if I turn up every week. Always in awe of people that managed to start parkrun years before me, and I've got the 500 plus shirts. This is the lowest point on the course now, just here as we go around here.
Thank you, Marshall.
Just having a quick look up to see where we've got to go as well. It looks a long way back up to the top. Just going to try and pace myself up here because we've got to run up this 3 times. Like I said, the course is all on grass. Imagine it would be quite firm in some, and I think someone said at the start, one of the volunteers said, yeah, the path's pretty solid running up here, although I've got my mudclaw trainers on, so maybe I'm just getting a bit more grip than other people. I'm just going to go to the left of this guy now. I'm going to go to the right. I can just pass him just going up here. I feel absolutely fine coming down here. I don't feel tired at all at this point on the first lap. I think looking at the weather, I think it was just I decided just to take it a bit easier today. Just a bit unsure how many layers to have on, whether to have my waterproof jacket on or not, because it was no rain, then rain, then rain, and the wind's blowing. I didn't want to get too cold running around, but I think it's just okay with what I'm wearing. So as we get to this bit here, we're not quite at the highest, back up the highest point, but at least it flattens off a little bit just here. Maybe just the slightest incline. But again, it's hard to sort of decide exactly where to run because of you're running along sort of the camera on the side of this hill just here. I think I end up swapping from left to right as we go along, trying to decide which path's the best path to run on. Just trying to watch the guy in front to see where he's going. I can see as we run along here now, we're going to take I can see in the distance where the other runners are in front, a right turn, go back through the gate, then do a little lap of the field where we started. And we do it 2 more times, but not quite 3 laps. It finishes just before we've completed the 3rd lap. 2 500 shirts in sight. Fantastic. Love to see the 500 shirts. So you can see the runners on the left. We do like a U-turn when we get along here to the gate and then come back along on the other side of the fence. This is a big field. The one on the left is just a much smaller field. This guy caught me up and seems to be struggling a little bit with the 500 shirt. Maybe put a lot of effort in up that hill. Got to be careful on this corner. Going to grab the post. Got that there nice and easy. So yeah, you can see the runners just behind now, not far behind, just to the left there. So we're going to take a sharp right turn just here. You can see the guy in front, obviously, and even me going a little bit wide. It's a bit muddy on the corner. The more of us that run round it, the muddier it will get. So we've not done one full lap of the course yet, but this is the point on the 3rd lap where we'll go through the finish. And again, it's nice and flat just here, this part of the course. And parts of it are not too bad underfoot. It's quite firm, to say the amount of rain that they had yesterday and this morning. Pass me again in the 500 shirt.
Thank you.
It's actually motivating me to run better following these two in these shirts. Just here where we are is where we did the first time as welcome.
Nice
We all overlooked the valley, which was really nice. You can see the sign just there. It's called the Demesnes parkrun. Must be some French influence in the pronunciation of what that means. I think it's the land owned by the manor and still belonging to them, something like that I think is the meaning behind it. So this is where we did the start. That's 1 full lap done. You can certainly see, looking at the shade of the grass and everything, where everybody's run. But you could see the path. I think they were cancelled last week actually, but you can still see the path where everyone's gone round. There were plenty of dog walkers early on as well, walking around the fields. So you can see as we go through the gate this time, they've got some cones across just to split us off from those coming the other way. Nice and muddy just here. I'm just going to go a little bit to the right through this mud, just miss the deepest bit of the puddle. Again, it's sort of once we got into the field that was nice and flat. As we go to the left, when we just get up here, there's just a little incline then as well to go up. Just going to see if I can push on a little bit now and try and just catch this guy up in front. Like I say, I was trying to just take it a little bit easy today. All of these trainers are hard work to run in. Makes you realise how much different the carbon plated and carbon rod trainers are compared to trail shoes. Quite a big difference. I can tell the feeling. It feels much harder work running in them, even though I've got good grip. And again, on this bit, I'm trying to find the best bit of the path to run on. He did say, I think the RD was saying they're hoping a bit of a path was going to develop as over the weeks as people run round. You can see we're just going down a little dip and back up the other side just there. It's only small undulations, but there's plenty along here, and the camera as well. There's no perfect line, I don't think, to run on along here. Feeling pretty good at this point as well. I think we're on the second lap, just one more lap when we get round. That doesn't seem too bad at all. Even though we're probably only a quarter of the way around this lap, because there's a nice big downhill section coming and then just a little uphill. And then it's just one lap really left. Started to think at this point I could have probably got away with my other trail shoes, not my mud claw ones. But too late to change them now. Saying to this Marshall, I said I'll bring her a cup of tea next time round on the next lap. So we go down here, I'm just going to see if I can let my legs go and get past this guy. I've just slowly caught him up. See if I can just open a bit of a gap and then just make an effort going up the hill when we get to the bottom. I can hear there's someone behind me as well, actually. There's someone else close behind, as well as the guy that I just passed.
Well done.
Here we come. So I could hear someone coming past. I think I heard one of the marshals say First Lady, so that's pretty good running. I have no idea what sort of time I'm aiming for today in these sort of conditions. Last time I wore my mud claws I was much slower than I would have been with normal trainers, but the benefit of them is the immense grip that they give you in conditions like this. I can tell I'm not quite maybe trying as hard as I can because I'm catching them up as we go back up this little incline here. Tail walker here. There's when I was running as well, after running I was barcode scanning, there was a guy in his 90s finished today. That is absolutely incredible to run at that age on a tough course like this. I'll have to look at the results and see where his age grade was. So just caught this person up, but I just pushed on a little bit in front. Someone else just close behind me I can hear as well. And they're just coming past as well. Another lady, first two ladies running pretty close to each other. seem to spend more time looking at foot placement on this course rather than concentrating on running. I feel pretty good though, like I say, taking it a little bit easier today, just enjoying it. Still pushing fairly hard, but not maybe as hard as I could. Not be too far now, and then there'll just be the one lap left to do. See the park walkers here as well. I'll just see if I can stay with these two as we run around. Again, this is a point where you can see people who are in front as they come round into the other field. And this corner is probably one of the trickiest corners. It's quite muddy on this corner as well. I'm doing the usual and grab onto the post as I go around. I've got my gloves on. Might not be the fastest way around, but it certainly avoids slipping over in the mud. Look at the runners behind now, just seeing how far behind they are. Not sure if any of them will catch me up or not. Yes, that was a snowman marshal in November. Quick look back there just to see how far someone is behind me for the last lap. So here it is, there's the finish, just one more lap to go. Nice and flat again now on this point. These two are just getting away from me a little bit. Don't think I'm going to be able to stay with them. This part's nice as well, lovely views over to the left, down into the valley. Feeling pretty good at this point as well. This is nice and flat, then the long downhill and then just a hill to the finish. Quick wipe of the lens just in case it's just starting to drizzle a little bit more. We've been quite lucky today with the weather. It could have been much worse than this. I certainly saw yesterday there were a few park runs that cancelled because of the storm in the south. Through the gate again. I'm going to follow these two and stay over to the left hand side this time, I think. See what it's like here. It doesn't look quite as bad as going through the middle or over to the right. These two are neck and neck in front as well. It can be a good race for both of them to the finish possibly. So again, as we go to the left just here, just the slightest bit of incline here, not much at all. The only awkward bit on this bit is the fact that it's you're running on the side of a hill, it's not flat. There's a bit of a camber to it. Starting to feel a little bit tighter now, but we've got this nice downhill to go and then just the last uphill and into the other field. Actually there's a bit of a path just on the left just here. It's a little bit flatter than the other bit was, but as you can see I keep swapping left right, trying to run on what's the best bit, the flattest part. incline in the path just there, or flat. And we've got the long downhill coming up, which is really nice. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea what my time is. I haven't looked at my watch once. I'm not going to look until I cross the line. There we go, downhill now. This first bit's a little bit steeper just here. Not too steep, you can't run down it luckily. And then once you get to this corner just here, the gradient's just not quite as steep here. I think that's the guy just there, the one that's in his 90s. Absolutely amazing. It just cannot be an easy course to run on at that sort of age. All these two in front seem to, one of them's broken away now. Got much further in front, and they've both got away from me as well. Around this corner, last time up this hill. It's not really steep, it's just the length of it. And when you're at the bottom, you don't go right to the very top of it at this stage, so it just looks bigger than it actually is. In fact, you go up, it's the gradient starts a bit steep, and then just here it's just eases off a little bit at this point, and then just picks up a little bit just before the corner, just up front before we take a left turn, then it flattens out then. So again, the gradient's just picked up a little bit just here, but the corner's in sight, it's not far to go now, and then we're up this hill. I think I've made a little bit of ground up on these two in front. They look a bit close together as well, actually. Go around this corner, and then this may be still the slightest bit of incline, but in general this is flat, this bit here. Quick look back just to see if there's anyone close behind. Doesn't look to be. No idea what position I'm in either. So lovely courses as well. It's going to be one of those courses, apart from maybe if there's lots of snow that gets compacted and slippy, it's going to be on most of the weeks, I think. Well, there's not really trees on the course. It is exposed to wind and rain, but not really a reason to cancel a park run here. And there's no chance of it flooding from the River Tees, because that must be 50-60 metres lower down the hill. I've just got 100 Venues t-shirt on. I wonder how much is on now. My 252nd different park run today. It took me a while to get into touring when I started. I think it was 4 years before I did the first different one. And there were no apps then. I had to use the website for other park runs nearby. So I still feel okay at this point. Just maybe pick the pace up just a tiny little bit just here now. No, I've just got to go along here and then back, U-turn and back to the finish. Certainly not going to catch anyone up in front, although there are 4 of them fairly close, although some of those may be back markers. And onto the post again, around that corner. I'm going to pick my pace up a little bit now, make sure there isn't anyone behind that's going to come past. That's nice, some encouragement from that guy just there. It's also a slippy corner, this one. Distracted by the snowman. Yeah, I was running a bit faster. Ended up going a bit wide to make sure I don't go over. Push to the line. There we go. Stop my watch. 23:51 and P16. Age grade record was 23:48. I should have tried harder.
To Darlington.
There you go.
That there is the question.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Good man. Good man. Yeah.
See that?
Oh, no, the course.
Are you okay? That is very good. Do you want this back on now?
That's it. Everyone's finished now. Tail walkers have just come in. It's what I would call a proper cross-country course. All on grass, quite a bit of mud and slippery today, and some of the course is on a bit of a camber. You can do with one leg slightly longer than the other to run on it. It's got hills and it's just short of 3 laps. Sort of weather today, the wind and the rain, it's the sort of weather for me you should do a course like this on. Really enjoyed this course, really tough. Certainly needed trail shoes today, you couldn't have done it in road shoes at all. So we're going to just walk back into town now. They go to the, I think it's pronounced the Witham coffee shop. You just walk towards the Buttercross, turn right, and it's just maybe 100 metres from there, something like that. So just going to head back over there now and get a coffee and warm up. So you can see the path there, where it's worn, the path where everyone's run, and it's muddy. So the course starts just there, runs in this direction through that gate, round the field over there. You come back through this gate, round this field, and that's 1 lap, and you do 3 laps, and on the 3rd lap the finish was just over there. This side of the course is fairly flat, slight undulations, not much. The big hill is in the other field over there. So to get to the coffee shop, if you walk back in towards town, this is the Buttercross. Just head up this way and it's a stone building on the right. Well, there's lots of stone buildings, but it's about 50-75 metres on the right. There are actually lots of coffee shops here as well, and they did say just across from the parkrun course there is a building there, and they're trying to see if they can use their car park and coffee shop as well. So it may actually change, but like most parkruns in places like this, there are lots of places you can go for a coffee, and people don't always go to the one that's recommended by the parkrun. So this is the Witham building that they said that they go to, but there aren't any parkrunners in there when I've got there. But it is maybe 10:30 nearly now, so maybe they've been and disappeared because I was barcode scanning, and I also helped with the event closed down as well. That's another park run done. Back in town. We didn't go in the Witham coffee shop because they don't do full cooked breakfast and it's wet and cold, so I want a full cooked breakfast, so we're going to go back to the hotel, freshen up and then go out and get a nice breakfast somewhere. So that's it, that's a wrap.